you?
I'm okay.
తగ్గిందా?
Yeah, ఇందాక లేసి తయారై కూర్చున్నా.
Okay.
Tomorrow I should be okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Salma.
Hi, Salma.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, link వచ్చేసింది కదా ma'am. I'll just share it in the group.
Okay. మీకు వచ్చేసిందా లింక్?
ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది మ్యామ్ లింక్, నేను కాపీ చేసి షేర్ చేస్తాను.
అదే నేను కీర్తిని పంపించమని చెప్పా.
యా, మీటింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది కదా మ్యామ్, ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది లైవ్ ఆన్ యూట్యూబ్ అని, ఇక్కడ కాపీ స్ట్రీమింగ్ లింక్. అనుపమ్ మ్యామ్, కో-హోస్ట్ చేస్తారా నాకు కొంచెం? మ్యామ్ రికార్డింగ్ కొంచెం పాజ్ లో పెట్టేసేయండి.
ఇదా నిన్ను హోస్ట్ చేయనా, నేనే కో-హోస్ట్ ఉంటా.
మీరే హోస్ట్ ఉండండి, ఎందుకంటే బ్యాకప్ ప్రాబ్లం నా ఉంటది కదా నా దగ్గర, పవర్ పోతే మళ్ళీ ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది.
హలో, వచ్చేసింది. అవునవును, చూసుకుంటా. అవునవును, ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆపేయాలంటే ఎట్లా? ఒకవేళ అంటే ఎక్కువ మంది అయిపోతే
ఇలా ఆటోమేటిక్ స్టాప్ అయిపోతుంది మ్యామ్ అది 100.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకి మనం వీ హ్యావ్ టు వెయిట్ ఫర్ ఎస్పీ కాలేజ్ ఇంకా వీళ్ళు స్పీకర్స్. ఓకే 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 అదే అదే సరే
మ్యామ్ ఆటో అడ్మిట్ పెట్టారా ఇందులో అనుకో మ్యామ్.
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
హలో హరిత, గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ మా, చెప్పండి. ఓకే రైట్, వెల్కమ్.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you all ready, ma'am? Hello.
Just
Hello.
a second, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are able to hear you.
Okay, sir. Is it clear, audible, or echo is coming?
No, ma'am. Your voice is clear.
Okay. Thank you.
Anupam, ma'am.
ఏంటి సల్మా?
మ్యామ్ మన కాలేజ్ లిస్ట్
Hmm.
ఇంటరాక్షన్ కోసం.
మన కాలేజ్ మన లిస్ట్ ఏమి ఇవ్వలేదు.
Okay, so we'll announce in the session itself, like who is going to interact.
అదే
Okay.
నేను పెట్టిన ఎవరైతే those who are interested to interact only join through Zoom, others can join through the YouTube link అని పెట్టేసిన.
Okay. మనం వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్
ఒకవేళ అంటే 30 మెంబర్స్ అయినరు అంటే కొంచెం మళ్ళీ అందరూ నిండిపోతారేమో అని భయం అవుతుంది నాకు.
నేను వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్ ఆన్ చేశాను మ్యామ్. అంటే ఎవరైనా వెయిటింగ్ ఎవరైనా వస్తే మనకు తెలిసిపోతారు కదా, చూసి మనం జాయిన్ చేద్దాం.
ఓకే, అది నువ్వు చూసుకో మరి, నాకు కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే, అవి ఎనేబుల్ ద వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్. లెట్స్ సీ.
ఇప్పుడు ఎస్పీసీ కాలేజ్ మేడం
లిస్ట్ ఇచ్చారు మ్యామ్.
నేను పంపించాను లిస్ట్, కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఈమెను కోహోస్ట్ చేయాలి కదా.
అనుసూయ మ్యామ్.
ఎస్పీసీ అనసూయ మేమే కదా.
మేడం నిర్మల మ్యామ్, అనసూయ మ్యామ్ ఉన్నారు.
అనసూయ నర్మదా ఇద్దరిని చేయాలా?
నర్మదా మేడం ఇంకా రాలేదు మ్యామ్.
నర్మదా మేడం ఉన్నారు, పైన కనబడుతుంది కదా ఎస్పీసీ అని.
మ్యామ్ సేమ్ సింగిల్ అకౌంట్. సింగిల్ అకౌంట్,
నో ప్రాబ్లం.
ఓకే,
ఏం కాదు, ఒక్కడు చాలు. హలో,
ఒక్కడు చాలంట.
అచ్యుత మేడం. హలో అచ్యుత మేడం, గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ నర్మదా.
మేము సేమ్ సిస్టమ్ నుంచి ఎంటర్ అవుతున్నాము.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
ఓకే, సో సేమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ షెడ్యూల్ కదా.
కొంచెం చేంజ్ అయింది మ్యామ్.
కొంచెం చేంజ్ అయిందా? ఓకే,
అంటే సార్ కూడా జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు 3 o'clock. సో అందుకని మోహన మేడం ఫస్ట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తారు, తర్వాత అనసూయ మ్యామ్.
ఓకే,
ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద 2 speakers.
అచ్చా, ఎట్ ఏ టైం, వన్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద అదర్.
మీ కాలేజెస్ ది కూడా అంతే, వన్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద అదర్.
ఓకే.
సాయికీర్తి, ఆర్ యు దేర్?
లేదు మ్యామ్, అమ్మాయి
వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేయి.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
తలను సల్మాన్ కోహోస్ట్ చేసినావు కదా, మరి వెళ్తావా అమ్మ ఇంటికి? స్టార్ట్ అయినాక వెళ్తావా?
స్టార్ట్ అయినాక వెళ్తా మ్యామ్.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు మనం యూట్యూబ్ ఎలా చూద్దాము సల్మా?
ఏం లేదు మేడం.
అనుభవం మ్యామ్.
యూట్యూబ్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్
మ్యామ్. మీకు అక్కడ యూట్యూబ్ ది లింక్ టాప్ లెఫ్ట్ కార్నర్ లో వస్తుంది కదా మేడం, లైవ్ యూట్యూబ్ అని. డ్రాప్ డౌన్ మెనూ పైన క్లిక్ చేయండి.
స్ట్రీమ్ ఆన్ యూట్యూబ్
మ్యామ్.
స్టాప్ వ్యూ. ఓకే.
కానీ యూట్యూబ్ లో మీరు వాయిస్ తగ్గించేసి పెట్టుకోండి మ్యామ్, మీకు రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ అన్మ్యూటింగ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ విల్ గెట్ రీసౌండ్ మ్యామ్. జస్ట్ రెడ్యూస్ ది ఆడియో మ్యామ్. యూట్యూబ్
మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టేసేయాలి ఆడియో.
ఇవన్నీ ఇప్పుడు యూట్యూబ్ లో వినబడుతుంటే కనబడుతుంటాయి, కేర్ఫుల్.
పాస్ చేశాను మ్యామ్.
రికార్డ్ అవుతుందమ్మా, రికార్డ్ పాజ్డ్ అని రాలేదు ఇంకా, చూడు.
పాజ్డే ఉంది.
నార్మల్ రికార్డింగ్ పాజ్ అయింది మ్యామ్, యూట్యూబ్ లో పాజ్ అవ్వలేదు.
సల్మా కొంచెం చూడమ్మా, వెయిటింగ్ వస్తున్నారు చూడండి.
మ్యామ్ చూస్తున్నాం.
శార్వరి జాయిన్ అయిందమ్మా?
Anupama, whoever joined through the YouTube link kada, వాళ్ళందరినీ ask them to write their name and the college in the comment so that we will know how many have
yes.
Okay. Ask them to subscribe link కూడా click చేయమనండి.
Okay. Salma?
Yes, ma'am.
7 people are waiting.
Ma'am, I'm just checking.
Salma ma'am, shall I admit them, ma'am?
Yeah, just admit, ma'am. 8 are there, no? Yeah.
Salma, first check all who have to participate in this webinar. Admit them first. Kyunki the speakers and the people from the other SP college, staff of SP college who are interacting and who are speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
First, उनको पूरे admit करने के बाद नहीं तो the limit हो जाता देखिए आप.
Already 43 members. నాగేశ్వరరావు సార్ అడ్మిట్ చేయమ్మా. పార్థసారథి సార్.
Ma'am, వెల్కమ్ స్క్రీన్ కరెక్ట్ క్లియర్ గా కనిపిస్తుందా?
క్లియర్.
అంటే మధ్యలో ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం కనిపించట్లేదు కదా, బ్లాక్ ప్యాచెస్ అలాంటివి
ఏం లేదు.
బికాస్ ఐఎమ్ ఓపెనింగ్ మల్టిపుల్ విండోస్ హియర్, అక్కడ ఏమైనా బ్లాక్ ప్యాచెస్ లాగా
ఏం లేదు.
అక్షర ఇట్రా నేమ్ చేంజెస్ పెట్టానే, నేమ్ చేంజెస్ పెట్టలా అక్షర దియ్యి మీ.
ఓకే ఓకే
మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్.
Salma or Harita, please admit only till 90. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Salma man, that black patches are appearing, man.
Yeah, that's what I was just asking. Now?
Appearing, man, still. Right corner and top. It's the college name.
Salma, close all the other windows. Close all the other windows.
Like black వస్తుంది కదా. సల్మా కొంచెం అందరినీ మ్యూట్ చేయమ్మా.
ఓకే మ్యామ్. మ్యామ్ సర్వరీ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు మ్యామ్.
ఓకే కింద
సర్వరీ అని ఉంది పేరు. స్మైలీ ఉంది చూడండి, స్మైలీ డిపి స్మైలీ ఉంది.
ఇదా?
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ మ్యామ్.
గుడ్
ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ సర్వరీ.
కొంచెం అది పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ ఇది ఎందుకు ఇట్లా వస్తుంది సల్మా?
ఏది మ్యామ్? ఇది షేడింగ్ ది వస్తుంది మ్యామ్.
అదే ఎందుకు?
ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు కీప్ దిస్ అవే.
నేను షేర్ చేయనా మరి?
మీరు చేయండి. మీ దగ్గర ఇది ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తాను.
ఉంది నా దగ్గర, నువ్వు షేర్ చేసినావు కదా.
రైట్,
తీసే. అందరినీ
Man, everyone are unmute only, man. From where the noise is coming? I mean, they are muted only. Everyone are muted.
Shall I join, man? Now it's I'm ready. Okay.
Ma'am, Sujata ma'am join here.
Unmute. Mute பண்ணி unmute.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Sujata ma'am.
Ma'am, name ఎక్కడ ఉంది?
Welcome అని ఉంది. Welcome అని.
అనిపించిందా?
Ma'am, display name welcome అని ఉంది. Welcome అని ఉంది.
Madam, video is on, man. You can identify.
Ma'am, వెల్కమ్ అని మీరు సెర్చ్ బాక్స్ లో వెల్కమ్ అని టైప్ చేయండి.
Okay, I made ma'am. Seven people are waiting, Salma.
Is it all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, carry on.
I made you co-host, ma'am.
Okay, then இது பண்ணிக்கிறது ஷேர் பண்ணிடுங்க. இது பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு இது பண்ணிக்கிட்டுமா? ஸ்கிரீன் மாறும்போது. Okay.
Anupama, it is just 2 minutes to go. We'll start on time.
Okay.
Okay.
Anupama ma'am, sir, Mahapatra sir also joining.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is screen varla banna sir. Screen.
போதும் நினைக்கிறேன் டைம். போதுமா?
ஃபுல்லா ரிவ்யூ ஆகும். அதுதான் ஸ்லைட் போடு. நெக்ஸ்ட் கொடுத்து போயிடு.
இது நெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறது. Okay.
Name
Good afternoon, Sujata ma'am. Good afternoon. How are you? I am fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am? Fine. And another guest today is my own mentor, Professor G.K. Mukhabatra. We did both of you. We did 1-2.
Ma'am, JK టైప్ చేయండి మీకు కనిపిస్తుంది. వెల్కమ్ స్క్రీన్ లో. సర్చ్ బాక్స్ లో చేయండి.
నేను చేయవాలా అగైన్? తిప్పి చేయవాలనమ్మా? Ma'am, please raise your hand, ma'am. Okay.
Salma?
Anupama చూసుకున్నారా?
Sir has joined.
Sujata madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Fine. How are you, madam? This is Sudarshan Reddy.
Yes, sir, fine.
Yeah. Good to listen your voice and very happy to have you with us.
Yes, madam. Yes, sir.
So also Mahapatra, sir.
Okay.
Ekkadundi Salma?
Yeah, now it's visible.
Anupama?
Now it's visible.
Co-host చేయకపోయినా పర్వాలేదు, అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడొచ్చు కదా.
హలో
మేడం అన్మ్యూట్ లోనే ఉన్నారు కదా.
హలో
sir, good afternoon sir.
మేడం సుజాత గారు.
yes sir, ఎట్లా ఉన్నారు?
బాగున్నామండి. సో చాలా సంతోషం.
అవ్వు దానికేనే ఎస్ చెప్తే వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ వచ్చి ఒక కాలేజీలను ఎగ్జామ్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాము. సో మెనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ పాండమిక్. ఎగ్జామ్స్ నడుస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు, యూనివర్సిటీ ఎగ్జామ్ నడుస్తుంది ఇక్కడ మాకు.
సో దీస్ డేస్ దట్ ఈస్ బికమ్ ఎ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లం.
Yeah.
Everyone
But
subject.
anyway, all teachers and all, even public also, they learn how to use technology. That's very gift of, I feel.
Corona. Gift of Corona.
It's thanks to Corona.
Yes, yes.
Forced on us. So it is nice to have accepted
sure, sir.
Invitation.
Good evening, sir. Mahapatra, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir. Mahapatra, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good afternoon, Mahapatra, sir. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Mahapatra, sir, how are you?
Fine, madam.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You at that time, but I am not seeing any change in you.
Ma'am, shall I begin, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yeah, please start.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Everyone is audible.
Yes. Please start, ma.
Good afternoon, one and all. Warm greetings from RBVRR Women's College and Sardar Patel College, Hyderabad. I, Dr. B. Anupama, Coordinator IQAC, RBVRR Women's College, extends a warm welcome to today's eminent resource persons, Professor J.K. Mahapatra, sir, Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, Dr. V. Sujata, ma'am, Principal, Kaveri College, management members, principals, vice principals of the colleges, my dear colleagues, and other enthusiastic participants for this national webinar. The aim of the webinar is to create awareness on role of best practices in quality enhancement in higher educational institutions. Now the session will begin with a prayer song by Sharvari, student of MBA. Over to Sharvari.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि 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 वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं पापमगमरि सनि सरि सपमगमप దని సరి గమ మరి సరి సని పమ సని పమగ మరి పమరి గమరి స రి స సాని పమరి సని సరి గ महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि.
Thank you, Sharvari, for your wonderful performance. Now I invite our principal, ma'am, Dr. J. Achita Devi, to say a few words about the college.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome staff and students of RBVRR Women's College. I welcome all the participants for one-day webinar on institutional best practices and distinctiveness. I would like to extend a special welcome to our guest, Professor J.K. Mahapatra, sir, former Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, Berhampur, Odisha. Dr. V. Sujata, Madam, Principal, Kaveri College for Women, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. Now I welcome Professor Mutyam Reddy Garu, Secretary, Hyderabad Mahila Vidya Sangam, which is our parent organization. Professor Sudarshan Reddy Garu, Secretary cum Correspondent, RBVRR Women's College. Let me speak few words about our college. Rajabahadur Venkatrama Reddy Women's College was established in 1954 by Hyderabad Mahila Vidya Sangam, a non-profit educational society with a vision to empower women, especially those from rural areas, through quality education. The college is the second oldest women's college in the city of Hyderabad. The college is recognized by UGC. It is affiliated to Usmania University, conferred autonomous status by UGC since 1989, selected by UGC as a college with potential for excellence since 2010. Accredited with A grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Council from 2007 to 2017 and was awarded B++ grade in 2018 in the changed accreditation procedure of NAC. From humble beginnings, Reddy College has grown to mammoth size with over 2,700 students, providing hostel accommodation to more than 400 girls who hail from poor, the remote areas of Telangana. It is the first college to introduce BSc with Forensic Science, MSc Data Science. The college introduced BSc with Data Science and BCom Business Analytics during the academic year 2020-21. I congratulate Anupama and her team for organizing such a wonderful webinar with Sujata Madam and interactive session with Mahapatra sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. K. Narmada, Principal, Sardar Patel College, to say a few words about their college.
Thank you, Anupama. Good afternoon to the Honorary Secretary, RBVR Women's College, Professor Sudarshan Reddy Garu, and Professor Mutyam Reddy sir, Principal of RBVR Women's College, Dr. Achyuta Devi, IQSC Coordinator of RBVR Women's College, Dr. Anupama, and S. Anasuya, IQSC Coordinator of Sardar Patel College. Commendable speakers of today's webinar, Professor J.K. Mahapatra, former Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, Odisha, and Dr. V. Sujata Garu, Principal, Kaveri College for Women, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, and organizers of the webinar and participants. I, Dr. K. Narmada, Principal of Sardar Patel College, an alumni of RBVR Women's College, would like to extend a warm welcome to you all. As you all know that we are facing an unprecedented time now, which hindered the physical gathering. In an attempt to overcome such challenges and transforming ourselves to adapt to new ways, we are making use of social media as platform to exchange our ideas, opinions, and information regarding the academics and extra academics. Our Sardar Patel College was established in 1970, sponsored by Exhibition Society and Usmania Graduates Association, with a motto to educate marginalized sections of the people around Twin Cities and other places from Telangana state. The college holds a motto, ask right question, be a Sardar, with a vision of making the student a complete citizen of the nation by inculcating a scientific temper and passion for learning. The college has set its glory right from its inception with its academic excellence. It is equally excelled in literary, cultural, and sports. The college, with its memorable history, takes privilege to celebrate its golden jubilee in 2021. At the outset, I would like to thank our management for providing an opportunity to conduct this webinar and simultaneously convey my thanks to RBVR Women's College management and the principal for collaborating with us to bring this webinar into action. The main hope of a nation lies in the proper education of its youth. So education is required by every nation for its development. To foster qualitative education, it is important for all educational institutions to set up standardized programs which would enhance the quality of education. The National Assessment and Accreditation Council was established as an autonomous body of University Grants Commission to facilitate the educational institutions to assess their performance via set parameters. The 7 criteria formed by NAC are the base for assessment of the core functions and activities of an institution. Today, our webinar will make you aware of key elements of 7th criteria, that is institutional distinctiveness and best practices. I thank the respectable speakers of today's webinar, Dr. Sujata Garu and Professor Mahapatra Garu, for accepting our invitation to grace the occasion and make it remarkable. I request all the participants to maintain patience in case any glitches found in the network. Our technical experts will be in forefront to solve them as and when occurs. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Professor Sudarshan Reddy, sir, Secretary, RBVRR Women's College, to address the participants.
Good afternoon, one and all. I am privileged to welcome the 2 distinguished guests on the occasion of having this webinar cum discussion session with participating institutions like Sardar Patel College and maybe the faculties of different institutions, including the principal from MIT and and a large number of teachers. At the outset, I would like to welcome the 2 distinguished guests, namely Professor J.K. Mahapatra, former Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, and former member Executive Council, NAC, Bangalore. Professor Mahapatra has been a distinguished teacher and researcher in political science, having contributed enormously to the political science, and in fact, in the early years of his career, he was in the teachers' movement. Then, after a distinguished service, he became registrar of the Berhampur University and went on to become Vice Chancellor of the same university and retired. Then he was also Executive Council member of the NAC and visited large number of institutions across the country. I am told about more than 200 institutions of higher education he said to have visited as part of the assessment teams and contributed enormously. And he is here today accepting our invitation to speak to us this afternoon on some aspects of the NAC assessment, NAC criteria, and he will be in fact interacting with us after the first session in which Dr. Sujata Garu is going to speak. I once again thank Professor Mahapatra Garu for accepting our invitation to be with us this afternoon, and I welcome him. And Dr. Sujata Garu, as principal of Kaveri College for Women, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, being faculty of commerce, her contribution in the area of commerce is excellent, and she rose to become the principal of the college, which is about 40-year-old. I am told it was started sometime in the early 80s. And under her leadership, the institution has grown to become one of the prominent autonomous institutions in this country, whose strength, I am told, is around 6,000 and is now eligible, having secured A grade in the cycle after cycle. And I think many credits to its first under her leadership. The institution is now eligible to become a deemed university. I think very soon it's going to be the one. So Sujata Garu is in the has been a member of NAC assessment teams for more than a decade and visited number of institutions as part of the assessment and accreditation teams, and has been well versed with various aspects of NAC. So today she is going to speak on the best practices of the institution and also distinctiveness. And I also welcome her on behalf of our institution and also on behalf of other institutions and faculty. And I thank her for accepting our invitation to be with us this afternoon and welcome her once again. I thank both the speakers for being with us this afternoon. And I thank Anupama for giving me this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to the speakers as well as participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I request Mrs. T. Vamshi Mohana, Head Department of Computer Science, to introduce Professor J.K. Mahapatra, sir.
Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to one and all. Welcome, sir, Professor Dr. Jayant K. Mahapatra. We are very delighted to have you here as one of our speakers and to be part of the interactive session with the entire staff. Born on 1st July 1954 at Paralamay Mundi, I'm sorry if I've spelt it wrong, in the district of Gajapati, Orissa, India. Professor Mahapatra has completed his graduation from Vikramdev College, Jaipur, Orissa, with first class honors. He did his master's in political science from Berhampur University in the year 1976 and obtained his doctoral degree from Berhampur University in the year 1982. Professor Mahapatra started his professional career as lecturer in July 1976 and served in different colleges of the state with distinction. He joined the postgraduate department of political science, Berhampur University in the year 1982. He became a reader in 1986 and subsequently became a full professor in 1999. Professor Mahapatra has successfully guided more than 30 scholars for MPhil degree, 11 scholars for PhD, and 2 scholars for DLiT. He has published 37 research articles in journals of repute. He has attended 55 seminars and conferences, both at national and international level, at India and abroad. He has visited Germany, France for his postdoctoral research. He visited Hong Kong, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Singapore, and Ottawa, Canada, in connection with his academic works. Besides teaching and research, Professor Mahapatra has successfully discharged his responsibilities in the university system as the head of the Department of Political Science, Director, College Development Council, OSD2 Vice Chancellor, Finance Officer and Registrar, Member of Senate, Syndicate and Academic Council, Director, University Choir and Orchestra, and member of many committees, both statutory and non-statutory. He was the advisor, Students' Union, Berhampur University in many terms. As an acknowledged leader of teachers, he was the secretary and president of Teachers Association of Berhampur University and secretary and president of all Orissa University Teachers Federation for many years. He was associated with Orissa Public Service Commission and public service commissions of few other Indian states. He was all is associated with National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Bangalore, since the year 1999 and was member of Executive Council and General Council of this body during 2007 to 2010. He was the registrar of Berhampur University before assuming the coveted office of the Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, with effect from 26/7/2010 afternoon, and took voluntary retirement after demitting office on 27 July 2013. We welcome you, sir, and your august presence will be a very great help to all the lecturers who are participating today to listen to you and to interact with you, sir.
Thank you, Mohana, for nice introduction of Mohapatra, sir. Now I invite Mrs. E. Anasuya, Coordinator IQAC, Sardar Patel College, to introduce Dr. Sujata ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. V. Sujata, Principal, Kaveri College, NAC peer team member and coordinator for today's national webinar organized by RBVRR Women's College as well as in collaboration with Sardar Patel College on the topic Institutional Best Practices and Distinctiveness. Dr. V. Sujata headed orientation programs to the principals of Women's College on planning and management of higher educational institutions at NEP and Administration, New Delhi. Assessment interaction meeting at Bangalore organized by NAC, orientation course for highly graded principals at Goa, sponsored by NAC. She has guided 5 PhDs and 30 MPhil students. She has published many books, papers with ISS number and high impact factor. She has published many publications, and she has also published a book entitled Best Practices in Higher Education with ISBN number Trichy, a book on entrepreneurial development, facts for you, growth on ATMs in India. Few of her articles are on awareness, satisfaction, and problems of Mediclaim insurance policy holders on empirical study among college teachers. An article in Kaveri Research Journal on student support and progression. As a resource person, he has visited many universities, UGC-sponsored refresher courses in commerce, participated in National Conference on Best Practice in Higher Education organized by NAC and Goa University. She has received number of awards. Best Head for the Institution Award from District Youth and Students Exnora for the year 2011. Vetri Penmani Virudhu on International Women's Day 2011 from Bharati Dashan University. Bharati Tamiz Magal Virudhu 2014 from Writers Association of Trichy District. Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award 2015 from Smart Journal of Business Management. Madam, I welcome you on the session. Please take over the session, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Ansuya. Now I would like to invite Sujata ma'am to begin the session.
Good afternoon to one and all. I'm very happy to with Professor J.K. Mohapatra because I already experienced 2 visits with him. Such an excellent and eminent person. And today I think you are luckiest lot getting J.K. Mohapatra as your own important guest today. And anyway, I congratulate RBVRR College and Sardar Patel College. It's a very important issue, no? Now at present, even though it's during pandemic, the best practices and distinctiveness, every institution have to plan. Is it audible, Ba?
Yes.
Audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is audible.
Okay, no problem. So this is the need of the hour. We have to plan how we have to conduct our institution, how to make our institution be different from others. That's very, very important. And I got a chance of visiting BVRR College, and I'm really amazed because while visiting other institutions, we know in what way we have to improve ourselves and what best practices we are going to disseminate. I got some best practices also from that college once I got a chance of visiting that institution under autonomy extension. But anyway, Just I asked Anupama also, so what do you expect from me? And she said, Madam, it's participants are from various institutions. You please kindly tell us what best practices, even though it is going to be the 7th criteria, but it's a very important area. There only we have to stick on to that, and where we wanted to elevate and we wanted to differentiate our institution from others. And really, I thank and congratulate the organizers for selecting this particular topic. And I'm just moving towards the best practices, what we are practicing, particularly in Tamil Nadu under Bharathidasan University, because the Bharathidasan University have many good colleges under NAR of ranking also. All the colleges are within 100 ranking. So we practiced some best practices, we always disseminate, and I feel this sort of information must reach others also to make the institutions very effective and what the NAC expected. And particularly this at present, this NAC assessment and accreditation is somewhat, it's a new methodology, somewhat it's very tough because everything is data-based. So we have to take enough time and prepare ourselves to feed the information towards the accreditation process. And let me thank all the participants for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Let us move with what sort of best practices, because I planned for all the 7 criteria, because the earlier assessment, not the new methodology, every criteria must have best practices. Later on, it is changed. It is shifted to only the 7th criteria, the best practices, and said that the institutional distinctiveness. Ma, come, it's not moving. So next page, please. Whatever. Move on to that. So sorry for the disturbance. And let me take the first curricular aspect, that what sort of best practices it's needed and what we are practicing also. So our institutions recently autonomy, we got autonomy, the second set of students, that is the first batch is going on second year, first and second year alone or an autonomous stream. And we thought our management planned, we wanted to conduct a different autonomous institutions. Please don't follow what methodology followed in the local colleges. That's why we planned at the initiate stage itself, that is learning outcome based curricular framework. That was the need of the hour. First, we have to test the knowledge level of the students. Then only we have to introduce various courses and subject and other thing. So that's why once we start with this particular concept, learning outcome based curricular framework, we started. We were the pioneer to introduce that is learning outcome based curricular framework. That is because that was a new initiative taken by all the institutions, but at the time of starting itself, we underwent this particular program. To prepare ourselves, we conducted very exclusive workshop for all our teachers. We educated our teachers to learn better how to frame a syllabus under learning outcome based curricular framework. So teachers are given workshops and we have done mapping. So all efforts, before starting this process, we made all our teachers to undergo this particular concept. Then only we have started this particular framework. So we were that's why I'm telling that we were the pioneer to introduce LOCF among the autonomous institutions in Tiruchirappalli. And another important thing, our management insisted don't catch, that is, so don't appoint, that is, BOS members only within that locality and other within that university. So they are ready to give even airfare and then other things. So that's why our secretary is recently retired from NIT Chennai. So that's why we made this particular point also as one of the best practice. We invited BOS members even all over India. Our own BOS members are from Delhi University, Hyderabad University, and Karnataka, Thiruvananthapuram, and Tanjore. Like that, the best institutions we have selected, and we invited these BOS members. Particularly, this last BOS meeting conducted through Google Meet, but otherwise the members will invited and then we pay that airfare and other, the teachers are also participating. That make us to understand about what is going on in and around other states and what sort of improvement we have to take. That's why our BOS members are all over India we have selected. Then another thing, we also fall under that new educational policy, and MHRD always insisting about this curriculum enrichment, no MOOCs, SWAYAM, NPTEL courses, and immediately we made all our students, made it compulsory for final year UG and PG students. So that make us, our students to get that NPTEL course, and they have completed the SWAYAM courses also. Then recently we made another study. Instead of running a parallel courses, we thought of introducing the fast track courses. That means one session, one particular section will be the world and general course. Same, say for example, BCom, we are going to conduct another big convert, and because the freedom is given to us through autonomy. So the second section, we are going to convert it as a fast track course, under Department of Commerce, Professional Accounting, Department of Mathematics, Mathematics with the computer application, Department of Chemistry, Chemistry and Data Analytics. So like this, we requested all the departments, those who are having 2 sections and 3 sections, one we are going to convert it as a fast track course to enable our students to go in for corporate needs. So they are all ready to work with the corporates. That's why we are changing all these fast track courses. And we intend to start the new, that is a course, need-based and job-oriented course, BSc Food Processing and BCA Digital Technology. These 2 are the new courses we are going to introduce next year. Then another added point, that is while in the autonomy stream, we made all the PG students to face this NET examination. That's why we have introduced one competitive paper has been introduced in the curriculum of PG to crack UGC NET examination totally without internals, MCQ pattern for 100 marks. It's a compulsory paper. So all the PG students are taking that competitive examination paper and completing their own, they are ready to face the different competitive exams. And another added thing I would like to share that about this entrepreneurial course has been introduced by the EDC. That is, we have initiated innovation and incubation center, and that's why through EDC, which is being conducted by Wadhwani Foundation, Bengaluru, to the students of our institution, they are taking up a basic level, that is an exam and advanced level course, and students are participating very actively. And we have introduced and we have established campus companies also through EDC, very active participation of all the members of EDC. Then after identifying the third year students we made, because they fall under UGC affiliated system, first and second years alone, they are falling under our own autonomous stream. So that's why we made it extra credit courses recommended by NPTEL. It's going to be the extra credit. All the students are going to attend, participate these NPTEL courses. Then we are the another added point I would like to say that as per the MHRD's direction, we introduced this UGC life skill paper Jeevan Kushal. I said again, it's a pioneer to introduce the curriculum. So we introduced Jeevan Kushal courses, life skill and life skill courses. In our syllabus itself, it is introduced in the autonomous stream. So then introduction of skill-oriented courses and add-on courses, certificate courses also introduced. So this is our statistics of thing. I think I don't want to show this. And we have at present, because we made it very strict and say the teachers, those who have only PhD holders, that will help us to move with the NARF ranking. So that's why we have strong thing, only the PhD holders alone given appointment. So we have at present 97 PhD holders and 95 net set cleared teachers among our 221 teachers. Then another thing, we conducted 1 week intensive coaching given for the clearing net and set examination to all the faculty members, the total expenses borne by the management. So before introducing this, that is various courses and content development and all, we again like a net set coaching and say that outcome based education, the total summer teachers are given faculty development program. We had 2 batches in association with the Bharatidasan University Education Department. We developed our own teachers to prepare e-content. So totally 200 e-content were developed and hosted in our college website and YouTube channels also. So that make us our faculty without any inhibition. We have started this Google Classrooms even June 15th itself. Even that was again, it is flashed in all the papers, a leading college, a girls college ahead in all the, that is online classes. We started our own session from June 15th onwards. So we conducted all the classes because all our teachers are well trained, technology proven. So that's why we conducted online courses, and at present all the students are writing, facing the end semester examination online. For the 12th onwards, examinations are going on. So that enable our teachers to technically very sound, and they are conducting all courses through online. So e-content were uploaded in BDU portal also. So university requested our own content, what we prepared, and totally during, because our syllabus is different. The 200 e-content developed is for our autonomous syllabus, and some matching, totally a few more than 20 that is e-content is that is portal is uploaded in university website also during COVID 2019. Then NPTEL has acknowledged our college as an active local chapter for the semester June to December 2019, and also recognized as the best certified count improvement outside the top 100 local chapter under the special category certificate. Staff enrolled in MOOCs and SWAYAM NPTEL courses. So this is the statistics shown. 62 faculty members and 644 students enrolled in various NPTEL courses, online course. After the protected exam, 312 members got certified. Elite Gold 3, Elite Silver 20, Elite 88, successfully completed 201. Total, we got the number certified 312. 2 of our faculty members were selected as toppers. Dr. A. Bhuvaneshwari, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, certified as active spoke from NPTEL IIT Chennai. So again, January 2020 to April 2020, 384 members inclusive of 55 faculty members and 329 students enrolled themselves in various NPTEL courses, in which 356 have passed the online exam. Among them, student has cleared the exam with Elite and Silver certificate. 11 faculty members have received mentor certificate from NPTEL June and December 2020. 1,794 members inclusive of 175 faculty members and 1,619 students enrolled themselves in various NPTEL courses, and 50 faculty members have registered as mentors to the students. Then summer internship for staff and students in reputed national institutions, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Chennai, and 6 of our faculty members underwent summer internship programs. Dr. Kannagi of Physics received an encouragement award from the University of Tenkana, that is Malaysia, and she attended an international conference, and the management already have a decision to pay one-way grant to the international seminars, and she got one-way grant to Malaysia also. And Mrs. Nivedita, Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, has been rewarded and a grant of rupees 36,400, and under the scheme of Tamil Nadu Young Scientist Fellowship Scheme 2020, and she has been deputed for a collaborative work at Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. 22 of our faculty members and 4 of our students underwent various online training programs and internships conducted by the institutions like Teaching Learning Center of Delhi and the Maharashtra Open University, Microsoft Coimbatore, and Institute of Technology like Dr. R. Sudha, EDC and Coordinator Assistant Professor of Chemistry, has underwent ICIR, a training internship on interdisciplinary approach in science from 22/6/20 to 39/20. So Dr. Rekha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, participated in the workshop of machine learning using Python from 6/3/20 to 7/3/20, organized by St. Joseph's Institute of Management, JIM. So qualified faculty appointed for the question paper setting and evaluation to be automated in near future and through that is screen valuation. and we follow it general. All the institutions are following this mentor-mentee system. And another point I would like to stress here, we have established exclusive language lab, OEL, Oral English Lab. Again, I can tell you, we are the first institution to introduce 2 hours of practical under the second, second language level to all our students to improve the communicative skill. So 1 hour they have to learn listening skill and 1 hour speaking skill. For this we conduct, it is common for all the UG first and second years. So we conduct practicals also. Out of 6 hours of second language, we introduce with the practical 2 hours. So that language lab is exclusively established to improve our students' learning skill and listening skill. That particular lab is functioning as the oral language lab. That is the new one and the first in kind in Tiruchirappalli we introduced this. Then collaborative and independent learning and the fieldwork also introduced. Online student feed mechanism, it is also common for all the colleges. To enhance quality teaching, leave with pay for teacher internships and fellowships. So we permit even 3 months, even the management decided to give 6 months sabbatical leave to make our teachers to learn better technology. So this year we are permitting teachers, and even the management is ready to employ faculty from the nearing that is industries, and even we are ready to pay their own salary also. Like that, the new that is a methodology we are going to introduce. That's why we made it sabbatical leave for the period of 6 months with salary to teachers as well as technicians from other industry also, who will depute our internships in various industries and research institution. Seed money of ₹5,000 for the research publication, UGC care list and journals, Scopus and Web of Science also introduced. National level seminars and workshops funded by the management, and we have one-way airfare provided by the management for the international paper presentations. Inspire science lecture series funded by Indian Science Academy of Sciences Bengaluru and the NISA New Delhi and the NASA Allahabad. The ICT enabled device-based smart classrooms, it's a mandatory and common because of this pandemic. All institutions have improved this. Then during this COVID period lockdown, we conducted the FDPs 18, webinars 41, workshops 7, quiz 15, e-competitions 19, e-content developed, both the teacher and the student also started developing 55, faculty members as resource person 66, and international conference 1. So this is the department wise, I think no need for it. So as I mentioned, the incubation center, and we started the student incubation center, SIC, summer internship for student in national institutions like Ambedkar Institute of Medical Science, New Delhi, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Free placement training for all final year students are given, and we pay ₹100,000 and medals to the university academic toppers, various academic clubs to enhance leadership and administrative skills to students. Then again, during our alumni know how we are introducing and how we are using this alumni also, and during the student support and progression, alumni engagement CASA, Kaveri Alumni Student Association, the following of the beneficiaries through CASA for the academic year 2019 and 20. So we planned and we pay 50% of the fees to the poor and needy through CASA. Nearly the first year students beneficiaries 24, total amount 96,000. Second years 48 students with a value of 1,92,000, and third year 29 students 1,16,000. Totally 101 students are supported with the amount of 4,04,000. This is totally from alumni fund. Then again, how we engage our own alumni? So alumni engagement, that is CASA, Kaveri Alumni Student Association. Alumni represented BOEs as per the UGC guidelines. Alumni chapter opened in Chennai, and we are planning again chapters in Bengaluru and Puducherry. Very soon we are going to start. Then alumna and entrepreneur of our active ESL, Sriniti Umanathan, has approved a loan amount of ₹1,30,000 under Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program through our e-cell for the incorporation of introduction of the beauty parlor and a computer center inside the campus. So this is the entrepreneurial ecosystem we follow, and we have different activities because of the incubation centers, and we have e-cell activities and student incubation centers, seed capital 1 lakh given by the management. We have SIC store, SIC bags, there is bags, and Nurtana Gallery, and the startup project venture, and internships organized, attended. Through this SIC store and bags, and we supply the total 2-day evening snacks to all our hostel inmates. More than 1,500 members are fed, and these particular bags are supplying this particular product. So slowly students are becoming entrepreneurs, and we have campus companies also. So this is skill development courses, and through Harvard Foundation, and through this Tamil Nadu Open University, and all our students are undertaking, and with the credit course, that is, we accept credits also from these institutions. Students are undergoing these 2 courses: advanced course credit based 8 students, and foundation course credit based 30 students, and again the certificate course. Now we are going with the Tamil Nadu Open University. So again, there is a project venture related to drip irrigation selected through the Wadhwani Foundation. Students also attended. 12 students experienced as interns in various fields like say the app development, auditing, digital platforms, the industries like TABIF and Nandov Infotech and Infinite Startup Lab. Students earn while learning through install inside this various stalls, and 1 student representative is incubating at the Trichy Agri-Business School Incubation Forum. 3 students acted as the district captains in Tamil Nadu Students Innovators programs for schools. So this is activities. And again, the students, that is support and progression, and the capacity enhancement and development schemes, guidance for career counseling and soft skill development, remedial coaching. And our students are given various training, culturals and sports. And the Karagam troop was won several regional university and inter-university levels, and total training and whatever spent towards this culturals totally borne by the management. Our college has backed overall championships in BDU Fest for 6 consecutive years, and intercollegiate competition organized by Bharadas University, where we more than 1,120 students or colleges were participated. And other overall championships for the academic year 2019 itself: Siras Fest 19, Classic Fest 19, Jam Titanica 19, NutriZone 19, and HYPHP, that is 19 district level competitions organized by Shiva Shakti Academy, Youth Exonora International Trichy. So again, about this governance and leadership, what best practices we are doing? Totally our institutions decentralized participative management, and recently we got ISO 2019-15 certified, and another various statutory, non-statutory committees are functioning. Participated in NIRF rank band between 151 to 200, even though the self-financing colleges are not at all mandatory, and for the past 3 years, we are getting the same band. Now we are moving with how to make our institution to become within 100. Efforts are taken, and we are studying and comparing with the local colleges, and what we lack, that effort already we have started our move and interest towards within 100. That process is already started. We are making it very serious, and we are doing that. And IC registration, as usual, is mandatory for all colleges. And e-governance, we follow ERP module, complete automation of office, and including office and college, and the controller of examination section, totally we follow our own ERP model. All the question, but total, our autonomous controller section is totally autonomous. Sorry, automatic, and totally we follow even the question paper and the selection. We have book, there is a question banks, like that we follow. So the total institution is automated. Thank you. And I feel that this best practices enable all the institutions. We simply follow what methodology we follow to make our institution as one among the best institution all over India. So our intention is that alone. And I follow that is, this is simple, some best practices, what we practiced, we shared. And I hope definitely Professor Mohapatra will share and such a well-versed and personality, visited more than 200 institutions, 200 in more than many universities. I'm very eager to listen Professor G.K. Mohapatra, and in what way improve my institution to increase and more best practices. I feel, and this is my own presentation, I feel I'm very elated to be with you with the two institutions, BVRR institution and Sardar Patel institution. And I'm very eagerly waiting for Mohapatra's speech. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable inputs on various aspects.
Okay.
Now I invite Mrs. Salma Begum, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, member IQAC, will propose vote of thanks to ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all. It is my pleasure to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, RBVRR Women's College. I thank Dr. V. Sujata, Madam, Principal, Kaveri Women's College, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, for accepting and being a resource person for today's national webinar and enlightening us on the institutional best practices and distinctiveness in the various areas. I thank you, Madam, for sharing your knowledge and experience in these areas and its implementation in your institution. Thank you once again, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Salma. Now I invite Professor K. Mutyam Reddy, sir, Secretary, HMVS, to start the interactive session with Professor J.K. Mohapatra, sir. Mutyam Reddy. Hello. Hello. I request Professor Sudarshan Reddy, sir, to start the interactive session with Mohapatra, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Mohapatra, sir.
Yeah.
Having finished the presentation of Sujata Madam.
Yeah.
I would like to start the interactive session with you on aspects related to NAC, and I think all the participants are eager to actively interact with you on issues pertaining to NAC and its parameters. And I welcome you to this interactive session, sir. And I invite the speakers to, you want to briefly speak about it, sir?
Yeah.
Or directly you want some interaction?
Let me speak for a few minutes. Then if you have any queries, I would like to clarify some doubts. And of course, Madam Sujata has gained a lot of experience also. And she can also help me out and join me in clarifying some of the doubts.
Sir. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Esteemed principals of both the colleges, Professor Sudarshan Reddy, Madam Anupama, the IQAC coordinator of Reddy Women's College, my colleague for 2-3 teams, Professor Sujata, whom I had found to be very sincere and hard-working peer team member with very sound understanding of the basic principles and philosophy behind the entire NAC exercise. I am glad that he made a very powerful presentation about her college. Congratulations, madam, for getting A grade, that too with 3.41 CGPA. It is very difficult nowadays to get this because out of the state, I think by the end of December or maybe just before starting of this pandemic coronavirus, since February and March beginning, NAC has stopped virtually the peer team visits. And till December 2019, more than nearly 13,000 colleges of India has received their accreditation from NAC. And around 600 universities have received their accreditation. Just you see how difficult it is. NAC has virtually completed 25 years. It started somewhere in September 1994. The entire exercise of processing the instrument, that is your SSR, all these details, instruments we call them, all these instruments, everything went on up to 4 years, 98, 99. The first assessment, I think, was in 98, 1 or 2 institutions, then 99, then slowly and virtually it picked up sometime during 2001-2 session. So virtually, roughly, let me forget about 5 years, past 5 years. In this last 20 years or so, NAC has covered roughly 12,500 or 600 colleges and 600 plus universities. So roughly 13,500, I will say, institutions has been accredited. Some are on the first cycle, after completed first, some completed second, some third, and very few the fourth cycle. With 900 plus universities in India today, 300 more universities are to be accredited. Nearly 35,000 colleges. We are yet to complete more than 20,000 colleges. When we will do it? That is a big question mark. Sometime I think over it and I do not know, I never find the answer. How many more years it will take if we go in this process? And when I come to the grading system, why I congratulate Madam Sujata is hardly 1,700 colleges, hardly 1,690 plus or around 1,700 colleges. Out of these 12,900 colleges that has been accredited are in the A grade. So remaining in A grade and that too with CGPA 3.41 is a great achievement. Yes, this includes Kaveri College, under Madam Sujata is marching in the right direction. They have virtually achieved a great degree of quality in higher education, and they are in the right road, marching to achieve excellence. Congratulations again, madam.
Thank you, sir.
I am happy that these two colleges for this webinar has invited Madam Sujata, that too for the best practices and distinctiveness of institutions, because this is a model college. This college is a model college simply by virtue it has proved that it can be a model with 3.41 CGPA. The college becomes a model college for these two colleges. It can be a model college for other colleges of Tamil Nadu or many more colleges throughout the country. Whoever wants to pick up this college as a model. But certainly, these two colleges, those who are organizing the webinar today, for them this should be a model college. Why I am speaking about this model? Because when we come to best practices, we must understand that best practices are not something unique practices. This is not unique practices. This is only best practices, and every one of us, each college can learn from the other, can borrow from the other, and practice it in their institution. But before going further, I would like to refresh the memory, particularly of the IQAC coordinators, those who are present, and the principals, about best practices itself. Madam Sujata was very rightly telling us that earlier, in the 7 criteria, 6 criteria, out of the 7 criteria, in 6 criteria, criteria 1 to 6, there used to be best practices. The colleges are to identify best practices in each criteria. And the 7th criteria was named as healthy practices. But slowly they are changing according to the need of the time, according to the demand of the time. The NAC is changing the instrument. The key aspects are being changed. The criteria are being renamed. So it is constantly being a research group is working in NAC. Sometimes experts are called for interaction. Inputs are collected, and the instrument undergoes changes. So as Madam Sujata was very rightly telling us, best practices can be found in each and every criteria. The 7th criteria, forget about that. Out of the 6 criteria, in each criteria, you can find best practices. The element of best practice is what you find in the key aspect of a criteria. Take criteria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever the questions are there, qualitative questions particularly, now it is qualitative, and the qualitative questions, each question, qualitative question, contains an element of a best practice. When a peer team visits an institution, we always try to identify, make our assessment on the basis of the criteria, that is the element which contains an element of best practice, and how far that has been achieved by that institution. There lies the beauty of the peer team. How analytical the members of the members of the peer team, or how analytical the peer team as a team is or was. So best practice doesn't come from nowhere. Best practice comes from within that, from within your institution. You can identify, Madam Sujata, a long list of the best practices of her institution. She was virtually identifying the elements or the key aspects that she was telling us, and she was relating it to a best practice. So these best practices are needed to be identified. Then many of you might be knowing. Till then, at the sake of repetition, I would like to tell you that this best practice is not something which has started in the sphere of higher education. Its origin is not in higher education. The best practice originated in manufacturing industry. It originated in service industry. If you try to trace the evolution of this best practice, you will find that way back in 1900s, early 70s, a company known as the Xerox Company of United States of America started this best practice and benchmarking thing. Slowly, it was accepted by many other companies. And by 80s, it was accepted by more and more companies. And by 90s, it has entered into higher education. It entered into higher education more in the sense that because higher education has become global. No longer it is local or it is restricted to a geographical location. It is no longer restricted to Madam Kaveri College or Madam Sujata's Tichannapalli or Dr. Sudarshan Reddy's Hyderabad, old Hyderabad or New Sikandrabad or Berhampur or Odisha. It is global virtual. We have to think globally because we are competing globally now. And these best practices are necessary to develop our institutions, to develop competencies in our students, to be capable to meet the challenges of a global system. You have to compete globally. You have to think globally. And that is why an institution must also think it can work locally, but it must think globally. You must think globally and bring out best practices from wherever it is available, from wherever you find it. When Madam Sujata has identified so many best practices in different criteria, their institution must have done a lot of research. They must have gone through a lot of literature, a lot of background checking, and they must have identified the best practices. So how to start a best practice? Why I am saying it? The most important job for an institution while thinking of best practices is identifying and initiating a best practice. You have to identify a best practice, initiate it. Next, the question is, who will identify it? Who will initiate it? This is the job of the IQS. That's why many places, many institutions where I have gone, or in many IQSs where I am an external member till today, I always say that IQS's main job is to identify best practices, initiate best practices. You must identify best practices, convince the management, the administration, and convince them that this is what is important for the institution's health and for its growth as a qualitative educational institution, and will take the institution in the path of excellence. When you identify an institution, what should be your primary consideration? Best practices can be many best practices. As I have told you, each criteria will give you few best practices. But while identifying, my personal feeling is best practice should have two important considerations. When you think or initiate a best practice, you must have two very important considerations. One, what is the vision of your institution? What is the vision of your institution? And how the best practice will help you to achieve that vision. So there should be a correlation between the vision of the institution and the best practice that the institution develops and practices. And of course, the second most important consideration is empowering the stakeholders, particularly the students, through quality learning, quality teaching, quality research, creating research bent of mind, creating critical thinking, giving them experimental learning practices, so that the institution will grow as a qualitative institution. While identifying the best practice, the second important factor is its sustainability. Sustainability means it must continue. Best practice becomes one best practice. I will say a best practice is a best practice only when a practice has been put into test, it has been practiced, it has been become the culture, work culture of the institution. Of the institution means all the stakeholders. Maybe starting with the vice chancellor and the principal to all the teachers, supporting staff, the students. These are the three important stakeholders. Of course, others are there. These are the three important stakeholders who must inculcate this best practice. The best practice must be inculcated, and it should become a routine affair. It should become a routine affair, ordinary affair. Not that always you will say that this is something new we are doing. You will start this, initiate this, put it into practice, stakeholders who will inculcate, then it becomes a routine affair. It goes on smoothly. and it goes on smoothly, continuously. When it goes on smoothly, continuously, it sustains. I am lucky or unlucky, I do not know. I have visited few colleges during their first cycle, maybe in the second cycle or the third cycle again. Same institution. If in the first cycle as a member, maybe in the second cycle as a member coordinator, maybe in the third cycle as the chairperson. Because of the long innings that I have played with NAC, or NAC was gracious enough to retain me for such a long period. Nowadays, I have reduced it quite drastically because of various considerations. I think I am also becoming old, and so I don't want to travel much. So I have seen some institutions in the first cycle, they will show us some best practice. When I have gone there in the second or third cycle, when I find that college and I try to find the best practice they have shown at the time of the first cycle is no longer visible at the time of the second cycle or the third cycle. So that is not best practice there. If you cannot sustain it, if it is not becoming a part, it is not a best practice. So you have to, first you have to initiate, identify, initiate, promulgate, then try to make it sustainable. Some best practices may involve financial resources. As Sujata Madam was giving few examples, I was very seriously listening to her. When Madam Anupama contacted me today, originally I had told her that I will join at 4 p.m. It should start, but when they started it at 3 p.m., when I saw in the leaflet invitation, Madam Sujata's name and the program is at 3, I decided that I will join at 3 itself, because I didn't want to miss what she speaks, and I may learn something from her also, because it is a learning experience. A peer team visits and everything, we learn from each other. If today I am speaking to you something, I have learned many things from many of my seniors. For 10 years virtually, I was a member or a member coordinator, learning from my seniors, my trainers, my peer team colleagues, and again becoming chairman for another 8, 9, 10 years, again learning from the member and member coordinator. Even some institutions also give us. Many times I tell the institutions, the peer team members are the most wisest fools. Because why? I come to Reddy College, I see something very good. When I go to Sardar Patel College, when I write my report, this good thing that I have seen in Sardar Patel College, Reddy College, I put as a suggestion or recommendation for the Sardar Patel College. So we take one example, one good thing of Reddy College and give that good thing in our report to the Sardar Patel College. So this is a learning experience. So Madam was telling, coming back to the point, some best practices will need financial involvement. She was speaking about the language lab, tuning program, sending students, teachers, international conferences, all this. These are best practices with financial involvement. When an institution initiates and try to sustain such a best practice, you must think whether it is economically viable or you can sustain it economically, because it involves a lot of finance. Your management, your institution must be capable to sustain it, support it. And of course, the fourth, which I have already told, you have to ensure that this becomes a part of the culture of the institution. Part of the culture of the institution means each and every stakeholder, particularly 3 or 4 important stakeholders, the management, the teachers, the students, the supporting staff. They inculcate this best practice and go on implementing these best practices. These best practices are always very challenging. Very challenging because at times you confront some issues, some problems at the beginning itself. At the stage of initiation also, you may not find consensus amongst yourself. In the IQAC, you may debate and discuss and you may give a proposal and the management may not agree to that if it is a private college. And if it is a government-run college, it is more the difficult. If there is a slightest involvement of finance, the principal of a government college will find it very difficult to convince the government to support it financially to sustain that best practice. That's why the principals of government institutions, they must be very careful. The IQAC of government institutions must be very careful while identifying, initiating best practices which have financial implications. These best practices are manifold. The canvas is wide open. Higher education itself is a very vast canvas. NAAC SSR or the instrument is itself contains roughly 130 or so qualitative, quantitative indicators. I think it is now universities and autonomous colleges around 136 and 132 for the colleges, somewhere around that. So out of these key qualitative indicators, quantitative indicators, you can pick up your best practices, keeping all that little that I have thrown. I can go on speaking, no problem with me, because as a teacher for more than 37, 38 years, this is teachers are very fond of speaking. Once they get an opportunity, they don't like to stop. So I can go on speaking, but I think I have given sufficient indication to you about how these best practices should develop. I will conclude before saying that one or two sentences about this distinctiveness. Now, in the revised SSR, they have added this distinctiveness. And I will also advise these two colleges to remain in touch with Madam Sujata, particularly about two important aspects, about innovation and incubation. I find many colleges, affiliated colleges, maybe autonomous or non-autonomous colleges, they find it very difficult to go ahead with these two important aspects, incubation and innovation. Innovation can be of various types. In each of these criteria, you can create innovation. Innovation can be in your teaching, learning, in your curriculum building, as Madam was saying, how they were building their curriculum in Board of Studies, how their learning method is innovative. So you can follow those things. Incubation, it will be difficult. Unless you have professional courses, technical courses, incubation will be difficult. In social science subjects, incubation will be more difficult and challenging. That's why keep in contact with few institutions which have already proved themselves, by virtue of their grades they have achieved from NAAC. They have proved that they are qualitative institutions. So you should identify 2-3 such institutions, identify their best practices, identify the difficult issues in the SSR, and find out from them what they are doing to meet these challenges. And when you bring that best practice from them, try to implement it. When you try to implement it, just don't stop what they are doing. Try to excel. Try to improve upon that. Borrow from them, but improve upon that. Simply borrowing will not do. Best practices can be borrowed from any other institution. Any other institution, if they are following some best practices, they don't have a patent on that best practice. They are only contributing for the society. They are contributing to the sphere of higher education. So you borrow that and see how you can improve it. How to develop that best practice. And coming to this second part of distinctiveness, this is, don't get very much bothered about this distinctiveness. This distinctiveness will come in course of all the 6 criteria and also through best practice. This distinctiveness simply is you have to create an identity for yourself, an identity or a brand. Kaveri College, maybe in Tamil Nadu, has become a brand now. It has created an identity for itself. A stakeholder, when they will try to go for a course in commerce or management, they may, when they will be looking for colleges, they will try to look at colleges which has created a brand for themselves, which has created an identity for themselves. So this distinctiveness is virtually creating an identity, a brand for your institution. So how you will create this brand, how you will create your own identity, which the stakeholders, which the society, which the employers, with the market forces, they will take cognizance of you. When the market forces take cognizance of you, when the parents, the best identity, the best brand for an institution is when the students are proud to be students of your institution. If your students are proud to be students of the institution, if your alumni love their alma mater, if the parents have faith and belief on the institution that their words will become good human beings, successful personalities in future, then I will say you have created your distinctiveness, you have created your identity, you have created your brand. So with these words, I thank both the colleges, Professor Sudarshan Reddy, Professor Madam Sujata, all the participants. I hope I have talked some sense and some nonsense. Accept the sense, reject the nonsense. And now I am open. If you have any clarifications, any queries, I will give you only 15 minutes time. 15 minutes, I will be off. I have some other engagements at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mahapatra sir. Thank you very much. Now I invite the speakers, the participants, sorry, to interact with sir.
Sir, just I would like to share distinctiveness. No, I forgot to say. During pandemic also, the only college in Tiruchirappalli, I don't know about even Tamil Nadu, 100% salary to all our employees. Hostel, transport, we have 80 drivers and conductors because we are flying 37 buses. Hostel, we have 150 members. And why I'm saying all this, because even during this pandemic, we got 100% admission first year. So our management said, why not? All managements and all colleges are giving pressure. No, why you are paying 100% salary? Our management said, no way, because even during pandemic also we got 100% admission. So we have given all those things, and we paid even Diwali bonus 100%. Nothing, even increment also given from June. So why I'm saying all this, sir said about the identity, we got a very good identity, and our management established such a transparent institution, and we paid 100% salary. The only college in Tiruchirappalli we have given 100%, being the self-financing college. And why I'm saying all this, you have to identify your institution as a different and from others. And particularly, I will request these two colleges, Sardar Patel College and RBVR College, please keep our Moghabatra sir as the role model, because I have learned many things from the sir very simply. And we had a very bitter experience in one college in say that I think Panchkula, and sir only made that smooth conduct of that particular visit. And I too also had a bitter experience with one college, two visits, same college. Even I questioned the NAC, why you are putting me again? Really, I'm very sad to say that the scenarios changed from first NAC to second accreditation. So this is happening. But these two institutions, no, BBVR College and Patel, please, what words you have given at the time of the first accreditation, keep, improve, and keep your institution at the highest level. Because I had a visit only during your autonomy extension, and I request both of you, please concentrate and keep your institution to move. Once again, I would like to thank God Almighty, because again I'm meeting virtually Dr. Moghabatra and other two institutions, the principals I thank, and particularly Anupama. Even during that visit also, she's worked a lot, and particularly the Secretary Sudarshan Reddy. He associated with being a lecturer and professor of a reputed institution, Osmania University, and he's taking the lead. And please kindly look into that, and you have to enter into NIRF, and you have to improve your institution to get that ranking within that 100. So NAC automatically will help, because you know already 70% is data capturing. You have to validate your institution. So I have two teams now, data capturing team. So they are working one arts and one science, two teachers, and they are collecting all the data we are validating. So I request these two institutions kindly do that, and they get all the data without missing even single, because 70 marks, 70% of your data only going to help you for the next accreditation. And this is my best wishes. And I thank once again Dr. Moghabatra and Sudarshan Reddy and the two principals and the coordinators, IQAC and Anupama particularly, for extending me this wonderful opportunity, because sir is already given 15 minutes. Time is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Very nice to hear your suggestions. In our college, BSc Forensic Science course is there. Our college is only the college in Telangana. Can we call it as distinctive?
Distinctiveness, I have already told you, sir, you have to create a brand. Your forensic science, is it a full course, or it is only a subject?
It is only a subject, sir, one of the subject.
With only one subject, how can you create a brand?
Okay.
This is only a subject. Along with that, two other subjects or three other subjects you have to go for. This will give them some basic or foundation courses about forensic. You cannot reach that critical level of forensic science technicalities and knowledge level. The market will not accept your students as forensic science experts.
Okay.
Maybe some basic skill you can give them at this level. This is an undergraduate level you have started.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
If it is at a basic level, this is forensic science. I have not seen your lab facilities and other things. What teaching staff you have recruited for this, and how much of skill development you are putting into them. So you have to struggle for the initial years with these subjects. If you can make them competent and the market catches you, you can draw market, you can create placement for them. Initial stages, they get spread into the market, and your students do good in the organization which recruits them, and their hard work, sincerity, and efficiency will create a brand for you. Not starting this course itself will not give you a brand. If starting a course will create a brand, that then every institution will start courses. Brand creation is through a process, identity. So
placement.
Struggle for that.
Okay. And my second question is, sir, as per my knowledge, autonomous colleges curriculum cannot deviate from parent university. That is, we can deviate only up to 20%, sir. So how can we frame our own curriculum?
You see, this is again autonomous. Is a very confused state of affairs. There is no uniform guidelines. UGC says, gives a guideline for autonomous colleges. Different state governments, they also give their guidelines. Within a university system, the university again creates some guidelines. Your Usmania University has given you 20%.
Yes.
You should be happy with that. Because my university has given only 10%. So with the 20%, you can create a lot of things.
Okay.
Again, I tell you, don't think of only giving knowledge to the students, teaching students, and creating learning and skills in them through your prescribed syllabus. That is the difficulty with most of the teachers. They think that within the prescribed syllabus, if we complete our syllabus in an academic year, our job is over. The syllabus is framed taking into account a time frame. The working days in an academic year or the working days available in a semester. And in a semester, how many periods? Then only the syllabus is framed according to that. But the university doesn't suppose you have X is an important topic for you and you are unable to fix this X into the syllabus because of the university guideline or because of your madam principal doesn't allow you or something. But madam principal will certainly allow you to take extra classes and teach that X chapter, X topic to the students. So are you prepared to take that extra labor, do that extra work? That is what NAC expects. NAC doesn't expect quality cannot come in a prescribed framework. You have to make some sacrifice. Okay, next.
Thank you, sir. My next question is, For NPTEL and Swayam courses, the examination fees is rupees 1,000, sir. Our students are from poor background and the examination centers are very distant. Can we conduct examination for such courses?
I have no idea. Madam Sujata might be knowing Swayam courses, whether they will give you center or not, that I do not know. That whether they are online or offline, what is that practice? I have no idea. But
sir, shall I?
Yeah. I have told
sir,
you.
they won't give college centers, sir. They conduct it. They have identified one center where they have proper technology. Most probably, they go with engineering colleges.
Yeah.
What we are doing, we are taking our children in our own transport, and we are putting all the students in that center. They are writing, but they won't exam that examination fee. It's refundable, ma? No, it's compulsory. They have to pay. They won't refund.
Yeah, if the student is not able to pay, the management has to pay, madam.
I request principals, please don't make us students are poor. They will do. We made it. Yeah, really. We give poor children. Poor. Don't give. Nowadays, nobody's poor. Let them earn. They have ample opportunities to earn. So you don't conclude that the students are poor. They won't come. Make it strict, compulsory. Definitely they will come. All UG students compulsory now. Extra credit course. And I made syllabus also. Now examination started. I kept 3 days gap for NPTEL exam. So be strict, officer. Definitely they will come.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sorry. You are finding it. I will say that the management can support. You can alumni to adopt some students. The can also support.
Sure, sir. The management have to support, sir.
But
we are giving all sort of fees. No.
Why not the teacher can adopt one student?
Yeah.
One teacher can adopt one student for this examination. That is a best practice. That will become one of the best practice for your institution.
Yes, exactly. Yes, sir.
One teacher adopting one student for this examination, giving that fees 1,000 will not be a big thing for you.
Yes, sir.
In many places, I have made this and they had adapted this and they are working with it. Till date, they are adopting students. Each teacher is adopting a student.
Yes.
Of course, the socio-economic background of the student is to be identified. Underprivileged student is to be identified, and then the adoption should come. So, in some colleges, even the student do not know who is adopting him or her.
Yes.
Who is her adopter or his adopter, she or she doesn't know. The teacher never discloses that. So this is another best practice.
Yes.
Why not you try this in your college?
Yes, you are right. Next, Anupama.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nageshwara sir from KMIT.
Keshav Memorial College.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. We have a really wonderful session from Dr. Sujata Madam and Professor Mahapatra Garu. Sujata Madam has very elaborately explained and he made us educated about her college so that we can also follow some of the best practices that she has in her college. Out of her experience, she made so many things. Really very happy, ma'am, for listening to your class. And Professor Mahapatra sir, we have some doubts in our college. Our college till now did not go for NAC, and it was established actually by Keshav Memorial Educational Society in 1940, which was started as a school. Then afterwards we have now degree college, PG college, law college, engineering colleges, school, junior college, all these things. We have nearly 10,000 students in the campus. And being as degree college, we are also planning, as last year we are supposed to go in the month of March. We could not go because of these reasons, you all know. And this year we want to go for NAC, sir. And I don't know whether these best practices, somewhere we have confusion. Most of the faculty members and the colleges also are having confusion in the best practices, and listening to you all and trying to get more and more knowledge in that and practice again. We have actually MOUs with various colleges. All our departments are having MOUs with various colleges, so that we can interact with the faculty members, students, inviting them to our college also. And research support also we give for our faculty members. Faculty members who are all doing research are supported 10,000 rupees every year, apart from their regular salaries and other supports. From lab facilities also we give for them. And of course, we also have a wonderful placement cell, and we are conduct add-on certificate courses. MOOC Swayam also, some of the students participate in that. And we also tap NRA funds from various NRAs. That we have a program in our college, support a student. Each NRA will support 1 or 2 students by paying their entire fees. Apart from they also get the scholarship from the government. Mostly parentless or single parented students are selected for this in a prescribed proforma, by giving them prescribed proformas. And as you said, one teacher supporting one student. This is also there, but only this is there only for counseling and other things, special counseling for each student where they have different problems. And can we say all these are good practices? Suppose MOUs, research support, placement cell, add-on certificate courses, Swayam, MOOCs, NRA scholarships, and support a student program. Can we say these as best practices, or can you throw some light on these things, sir?
See, you are going for the first cycle.
Yes, sir.
Go for the first cycle.
Yes, sir.
First time, no?
Yes.
Yeah, first time. Actually, the IQAC is needed after the first cycle of accreditation. The IQAC should be established after the first cycle of accreditation.
Yes, sir.
But there is no harm if you can establish an IQAC before that also.
We establish it, sir.
You have established a IQAC, and you have to create a committee for preparing your SSR.
That is done, sir. Done.
Then your IQAC contains who are the members of your IQAC?
Okay, so these 7 criteria in charges are the members, and 1 senior faculty like vice principal is the IQAC coordinator.
Then invite Professor Madam Sujata as an external member of the IQAC, because an IQAC without an external member or 1 or 2 member from an external member is no IQAC. In the IQAC, there should be external members. You can also take some experts from the industry. It should also some members, at least 1 or 2 students, and there must be one representative at least alumni. If a alumni is also an industry expert, he can combine both. Or if an alumni is an academic expert working in another institution, in another state, or within your state in another institution, he can serve in both the capacity. But these 2-3 people, when you take 2 external experts from 2 other institutions, good institutions, those who have already undergone NAAC accreditation, preferably if you pick up their IQAC coordinator or their principal or ex-principal who has undergone that cycle of accreditation, 2 members, just take 2 members from them and complete your IQAC as I have suggested, taking 1 or 2 students, alumni, industry experts, and ask them to identify the best practice. Yes. For your SSR, you need only 2 best practices. Am I correct, Madam Sujata? Yeah. So only 2 best practices you have to. So as I have told you, out of all these key aspects, qualitative indicators that is there, every indicator contains an element of a best practice. So whatever you are saying MOU, you can show that as a best practice. But I must see what are the features of that MOU. Simply MOU, paper MOU is no MOU. What are the features? Whether it is for collaborative research, whether it is for an exchange program of students and teachers, whether it is collaborative work, partnership work in the social sector, extension, outreach activities. So what type of MOUs you have signed? And how far you have progressed in that MOU? And you can so many things. Suppose environmental consciousness, energy conservation, rainwater harvesting, making your library completely automated, everything. The teaching learning process, you identify two only, and which you can prove that it has contributed significantly for the improvement of the quality culture of the college. Out of all that you have said, you have to identify two, the best practices. You might have many best practices, but for the SSR, you have to identify two best practices, which you can convince the peer team and NAC that you are sincerely following that, and in reality they have become best practice. Because now you have understood what I mean by best practice. Yes, best practice must be inculcated by all these stakeholders and has become a part of the culture of the institution, work culture of the institution. So you can go for anything, but first reconstitute your IQAC and put before them the whole issue. Let them identify the two best practices.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am.
Ma'am, unmute.
Sujata ma'am, unmute yourself.
Sir, they can go with the nodal college, sir, being the first accreditation they are expecting. Yeah. Under Paramash, no, now the UC has identified some 100 nodal colleges. Ours is one of the nodal college, and we identified 5. That is, those colleges are not yet accredited, and we are taking the total care. So we enter with the MOU, and we sanctioned with 30 lakhs for that. So in Hyderabad, you identify one nodal college. And you go with that hand in hand, they will support you and they will give, because the new accreditation is not that much easy, very tough. So please go with the one nodal college and enter a MOU and then you carry on. Then only all your presentations are basic, that is enough for first accreditation, but anyway you have to work hard. Go with the nodal college and get accredited.
They must be having, madam, they yes, must be having at the state level, yes, they must be having a quality assurance. Yeah. Most of the state governments have constituted the quality assurance cells.
Yes, sir.
And the respective many states have also identified at the district level, yes, nodal colleges, yeah, which are the lead colleges, yes, nodal colleges or lead colleges, yeah, lead for preparing other colleges for NAC accreditation.
Yes, yes.
So you can consult one of them or take one of their principal or IQAC coordinator as a member of your IQAC, and also some other. Start building, and also in consultation they will give you all a lot of guidance.
Yes.
And identify, don't be afraid of NAC accreditation process. Nothing to be afraid of.
Interesting process.
The entire process is just you take it is very fun.
Yeah.
Yes. These peer team members who will come, you will find them very friendly. The entire process when you work, when you first read, you will find the languages which has been used in that SSR, they had been used in such a confusing manner that at the first reading you will become, oh, what is this? But when you read it once, twice, thrice, you will see that, oh, it is very, very simple. And another thing I want to make everybody, those who want to go for first cycle, you will see that NAC has jumbled up things. The same question you may find in criteria 2, and the same question you will find in criteria 5. Just I am giving an example. Only slight twist in the language, and you will think that it is different. But actually they are same thing. And I have seen many colleges, they write one thing in criteria 2, in this question, and for the same question, which is little twisted, they write a completely different story. And there only I catch them that this is not a college which has undergone a serious exercise or of practicing. It is trying to hoodwink the peer team. So you have nothing very carefully. Anybody who has gone through some experience, they can explain you very well.
Shivani.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Sudarshan Reddy Garu and Professor Mutyam Reddy Garu, especially Principal of Reddy Women's College and Anupa Madam, for encouraging all the other colleges and inviting us for this wonderful, very informative webinar. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Anupama Madam, may I leave now?
Sir, few more.
It is 5 o'clock, 5 minutes only. I think I will leave. Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Sujata.
Sir, wait for vote of thanks. Sir, wait for
okay, vote of thanks. I have received your vote.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable information and inputs to enhance the quality in higher educational institutions. Now I invite Harita, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, member IQAC, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all. On behalf of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, RBVRR Women's College and Sardar Patel College, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to all who have contributed to this national webinar on institutional best practices and distinctiveness. At the outset, I thank our today's resource persons, Dr. V. Sujata Man, Principal, Kaveri College for Women, Tiruchinappalli, Tamil Nadu; Professor J.K. Mahapatra, Sir, former Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, Odisha, for accepting our invitation and sharing your knowledge, experiences, and enlightening us by giving your valuable suggestions on this topic. Sir, once again, I would like to thank both of you, sir. We are thankful to our Honorary Secretary, Hyderabad Mahila Vidya Sangam, Professor K. Mutyam Reddy, sir, and Secretary cum Correspondent, RBVRR Women's College, Professor G. Sudarshan Reddy, sir, and management of Sardar Patel College for the encouragement in conducting the webinar. I would like to extend my thanks to our Principal, Dr. J. Achutha Devi ma'am, and Principal of Sardar Patel College, Narmada ma'am, for their enthusiastic support. And I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. C. Kavita Madam, Vice Principal, Academic Coordinator, RBVRR Women's College. A special thanks to coordinators IQAC, Dr. B. Anupama Man, RBVRR Women's College, and Anusuya Man, SP College, and organizing team and ICT committee for their support in the conduct of this event. Our heartfelt thanks to all the participants for their active participation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Over to Anupama ma'am.
Thank you, Harita. Now the session will be concluded by National Anthem by faculty of SP College, Shivani.
Good evening, all. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि
शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ
आशीष मांगी गाए तब जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Anupama.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Narmada. Thank you.
Salma? Salma? Salma?
Madam.
Please, all the participants are requested to fill the feedback which is posted in the chat box. Salma is there?
Madam is just, she's sending one.
Yeah.
I request everyone to listen.
Both the places you please post, Harita.
Yeah, man. Salma man is sending one. I'll
Hello.
Salma, you please post the feedback.
Okay, ma'am. Hello.
Hello, Salma. Have you posted there also?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm just posting in the YouTube too. Harita, are you there here? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I'm unable to copy this link, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm just sending you in Telegram. Just post from there, okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Sure.
The chat box also, I think.
Anupama?
Ma'am.
Shall I leave the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Anupama.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your encouragement and all. Salma, I have posted in your.
Link is not posted. Only text is visible there.
In YouTube also I have posted. In YouTube chat box.
Yeah, I'm just checking in the YouTube chat box, but feedback I'm not able to see it.
I have posted.
Achha. Right, I'm just checking whether we are receiving or not.
Madam, in YouTube it is appearing. It is not appearing as link, ma'am.
I have posted, no, just now.
No, ma'am. It is not appearing as link, ma'am.
Harita, can you please share it?
Yes, even I shared, madam. Same thing is happening.
40 members. Who can be?
Yeah, actually what is happening from my side, it is not allowing me to share anything. It's not allowing me to share it in YouTube.
No feedback link here.
Host Anupama, can you share that link, madam?
Huh?
Can you share that link, man? Feedback form link.
I'm sharing in you.
No, ma'am. I could see only your message, madam. Please fill the feedback form. Link is not appearing, ma'am.
3-4 times I have shared. What is?
Why it's not allowing me to post? Mom will post it in the comment.
Where? Send feedback.
Link is coming. I already done with the feedback. It's accepted. It's going.
Now it is visible feedback in YouTube.
Yes. No, directly from the chat box we could see it and I could access and submit.
Okay, they can able to access it seems, ma'am.
For us, it is not showing as link, madam. For us, it is visible as
not visible.
Yes.
Why so? Ask them to share their email IDs. We'll share the feedback to their emails. Harita, are you able to post it in the chat box?
I'm posting that message, man. Asking them to share the email IDs.
Yes, do it.
Salma, actually, they must have joined the Telegram group, isn't it? Hello?
Yes.
You share it there also.
Not all 150 participants have joined the meeting, ma'am.
Okay.
So here it is appearing now.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. This is Sripad Deshpande.
Mm.
Madam, I have copied from Zoom and I have posted in the YouTube chat box, but is unable to in a link format.
Yes,
so
yes.
I am using the phone, madam. Once you are in a desktop or laptop, after clicking on that link, it will be open the page now, ma'am. I have completed my feedback. That's why I am unable to get again. So you can copy from there once and you can post here, ma'am, once.
We have to open, right?
Yeah, once open that link.
Okay.
And you can copy from the URL box, ma'am, where we see in the top.
Oh.
Copy that link and once you can send in the YouTube chat box, we can see that it is in the link format or message format.
Now it is visible. Harita, is it visible, Amma? Harita? Harita?
Madam, it is not visible, ma'am.
Not visible, ma'am.
I did the same thing. Even for my also, it is getting the same thing.
Stop cheyamanta YouTube streaming. Hello? Hello?
Madam.
Chep.